him and I'm at it again. The crystal air calling my name. Down a gravel road, box full of fur, and a mystery in the next steel blur. Catching the first made me a believer. A whole lot of coons, yotes, and beaver.
What a day, guys. What a season. What a beautiful morning, guys. October 4th. Less than 3 weeks from pre-staking, so we got a lot of scouting to get done today. It's got to be a huge day. You know, I'm always moving, always hustling. I actually just picked up a roofing job that has to be done before season gets here too, so that's going to take up at least one weekend between here and opening day. So always moving, guys. All right, once again we're going to corn here, guys. Other side of the road, we've got corn here as well. We got these two lone evergreens with another tree there. You know, just corn along this edge. Nothing really stands out. There's a house up here on the right, but right here are these trees, and I figured we're gonna slow down, take a look, and yes we do. Wraps up and around. Awesome trail, guys. That's, yeah, we're gonna take some coon off of that. Might even be able to get a couple conibear locations in here for sure. One down here. Definitely a good spot, guys. But we just started today. Hopefully we get about another 150 of these today. That'd be awesome. We got a pretty awesome trail here too, guys. It's hard to tell. I think it shows up on camera. Ryan's right up to this tree. This is just a big timber to timber location. We got timber on the other side of the road. There's a field entrance, and you can see the tracks coming out of this. This is awesome. Really good location. Unfortunately, there's a house too close by, so we can't set any conibears or anything here like I want to, but man, this is a great spot. We'll check out the other side of the road, see what that's looking like. Yeah, they're just walking right down the side here. You can see the hole in the fence where they're coming from. Walking right through there, underneath the canopy, and up into the other side of the timber. So really good location here, guys. I'd love to throw some 220s in here, because this could be a good potential for some cats, or you know, some kind of off you know, not just coon, but really good location. We'll throw probably 3 dog proofs in here for sure. Yeah, like I've said here the last few weeks, most of our spots are completely bone dry now. You can see the tracks on top of this tube here where raccoons been messing around, but definitely gonna make some interesting trapping this year. The other side over here, if I can get down there. Okay, so coming out of this tube, and you can just see, I mean, just a solid mud trail right down the middle of this. Be a great spot for some conibears to fence them in at. Unfortunately, once again, we're too close to a house, but man, what a trail setup. There's a few of them going up over the road too. There's a small trail, but definitely a good spot. We can throw some DPs down in here and you know, probably pick up 6 or 8 coon. Just a nice little timber here. The road bends here, so about 200 yards from here there's a cornfield, and on the other side of the road is just all timber. So we'll get out of here. Oh, don't fall. But you can just tell, I mean, these things are running through these dry culverts like crazy. But anyway, moving on. All right, guys, so this is kind of a unique spot I want to show you guys. We got an old, it's a culvert down here on this big draw coming up across the road. All we're doing is we're going up another draw. There's a crop field, bean field way up the hill here. But anyway, we circle back here and you look, think, all right, you know, here's a little spot down in here. Maybe they're coming up there, and maybe some are. But this grass has got such a canopy this year. It's gonna be so hard, but right down through here, I'm gonna take the camera all the way down this trail for you guys. All the way down. Now it's pretty hard to tell. You know, like I said, we're staying up there, but if I go down the top of it, you can kind of almost see it a little bit. Like I said, it's a little early, but this is where they're going to be running. We're going to mark this, and that's number 200. So we're moving along, guys. But some of these trails, they're real hidden. You really got to get down there and do your homework and learn what to look for, but they're definitely there. Well, this is a nice little creek set up here, guys. The water's low, but there's plenty of water in here. And you can tell we've got beaver in here. There's sticks floating around, there's fresh cut branches, there's a slide right here. We're gonna pick up some fall beaver here. I know we are. Matter of fact, it looks like there's a deep spot underneath that, right there. Underneath that undercut. Might be where their den's at, but going back to focusing on raccoon, if you look closely right along this bank, you can see that beat down path. There's plenty of coon moving through here, and we're definitely going to capitalize on them, I'm hoping. So probably throw some fish sticks out here, be a good location for that. This is actually, if you guys followed me along 2 years ago, this is where I got the footage of the otter up underneath that root ball system, which is pretty cool. So chances of otter, beaver, coon, mink, we're gonna make a smorgasbord of this place, guys. We're gonna throw a lot of sets out here. Gets me excited, hell yeah. So I have a lot of guys asking me, why are you scouting out the same areas where you know where the trails are going to be every single year? To an extent, I do know that, you know, they don't change a whole lot, but every year things do change a little bit. For instance, this trail going up to this tree right here, there's never been a trail here, not once. I stop here every year and there's never been one. I was actually driving past it this year and here it is. I stopped, backed up, and checked it out, and yeah, it's definitely worth us setting on. But I don't want to have to deal with this on actual opening day or even pre-staking day. I want to know exactly where these trails are, get there, get my stuff out, and move on. You know, like I said, for the most part everything's the same, but if you start banking on that, you're gonna miss a lot of stuff. So luckily I found this trail, and hopefully we can pick up a couple coon on it, and that's 2 more towards our goal. So good little spot, guys. And here we got another one of those spots, guys, that has a very, very hidden, subtle trail. We got all this little overgrowth here in the ditch. There's a cornfield up behind it. But all this is just a kind of grown up little ditch here. I found this a couple years ago, and luckily I did, because it's really hard to find. Even looking along the grass here, you can't really see much. But right down here is the perfect trail. I hope that shows up on camera. The other side is awesome as well. Matter of fact, the other side, yep, you can see this side a little bit better right in here. Comes down, we get the camera down in here, but just goes right straight down into another overgrowth. You know, we got a big draw down here that goes down to the big timber, but it's just an overgrown ditch. That's all it is. So pretty wild where some of these trails are. You really got to get out there and do your homework. Luckily over the last few years I've pushed pretty hard at finding these real subtle trails, but this is one that's going to produce a lot of coon. We've taken 2 bobcats off it, I think. Just a really, really good trail, guys. But again, very hard and discreet, pretty difficult to find. I got another dry creek bed here, but I'll tell you what, if you're ever wondering, you know, which side these raccoons were traveling on, I think we found it. Man, that's a lot of tracks through here, a lot of tracks. Looks like someone threw some of these reeds down here too, kind of interesting, but we're definitely gonna be setting this. Not sure how yet, but we're gonna come up with a plan. As you can tell, the water's just gone, but definitely still running through here. Like I said, there may be no water on some of these spots, guys, but they are I mean, it's still a highway for them. They're still moving down here. So on to the next spot, guys. Well, here's a good one, guys. You can tell where it wraps down underneath this tree over here, but also wraps up around. We've actually caught a couple coyotes off this in years past. Just a fence line going up here, corn on one side, pasture ground on the other. But that's a good trail. That is a really good trail. I'm not sure what the other side's looking like this year. Haven't checked it out yet, but I can only imagine it's gonna be pretty good. Oh yeah, you can see kind of they're wrapping right around here and going right underneath these evergreens over here. So another really good spot. Really good spot. Actually, we got a little bit of water down in here. Surprisingly, must be coming out of this tube here. But yeah, I mean that's it. Don't get any better than that, guys. I'm sure there's deer using it too, going up over here this fence. But really good spot, guys. I'm looking forward to getting this set. Well, it don't get much better than that either. I mean, you can see that trail just winding right up. We got corn up above us, culvert with timber on the other side of the road, guys. This is my bread and butter. They just started working this, or they just redid this culvert this summer, early in the summer. You can tell, you know, there's hardly any grass here, some old stems and stuff, but something you definitely got to watch for. You know, I anticipate normally I've got a run coming up over the culvert here, kind of coming up over the top. I set some dog proofs in too, but not this year. This year we're gonna have to focus down here in the tube, but that's all right. We still got enough room for a couple dog proofs down in there. We're too close to the house for a 220. Also the fence is pretty close here. It'd be tough to keep it 5 feet away, but we also got a nice little trail crossing underneath the fence right here. Might be somewhere we have to put a foothold in because there's not much cover there, but or throw another dog proof, but that could potentially be our coyote area too. So great location, guys. This is what we're looking for. Hundreds and hundreds of them. All right, this, guys, is my favorite trail to trap of all time. Caught so many raccoons on this. We've caught all kinds of bobcat. Just an awesome trail. You can see they're going over the top here. They're also going down through here. I mean, it's down to just bare dirt going down and through. Either way, it is an awesome location. I mean, heck, we even got them going down this side too. So the other side of the road, same kind of setup. I mean, you just see that trail from a long ways away, and it just funnels underneath here. Funnels all the way down, right up underneath that log, or over the top this year. But what a trail, guys. I mean, you cannot beat that. Well, here we are, guys, the day after. Messed my ankle up pretty good yesterday, so we stopped about noon. Luckily I didn't break anything, but boy, this is a great trail. Really great trail going up here to corn. The other side of the road, just a mature timber with a small farm entrance here. But we're fighting through it, guys. Yesterday was tough. It's been messing my ankle up. Our German short hair that you've seen in a lot of my videos, just found out that she got poisoned. So I think someone gave her some antifreeze. I'll know more tomorrow about, you know, how she's gonna do, but right now they're trying to make sure her kidneys are working and whatnot, and pretty rough. So it's pretty bad there's people out there like that, but it is what it is. Just hoping everything works out all right, especially for my wife and kids' sake, because they love that dog. But nothing I can do about it but sit home and worry. So, you know, we got to keep moving on. But we're hobbling along anyway, just looking for more trails like this. The more of these we can find, the better off I'm going to be come trapping day. So anyway, guys, we're gonna keep moving and keep marking. I believe we're at 250 right now, so hopefully about another 250 to go. Here's another spot I set every year. You can just see this trail wrapping around, going right up underneath that small evergreen. The other side of the road is just as good. Once again, it's going underneath an evergreen, but you can just see this trail and how pronounced it is. right there, it's gonna be a great 220 location that we're gonna set up on too. But might even get one up there underneath the evergreen itself. So great spot to pick up some fox as well, maybe even a bobcat. So we're not too far from that where I picked up one a couple years ago. But you can just tell this trail is just beat down. I mean, just phenomenal location. So FedEx guys coming, my door's open. All right, here we have another example of a good trail. It's going to Beans actually, but there's also a fence line here to the right, if you can see that. They're coming across. We got corn right here behind us, but just a nice easy trail here. It's not crazy packed down, but it's early yet too, but you definitely can tell that the grass is packed down on it, even the green grass, which tells me that, you know, it's worth setting on. Right there, we kind of got an overhead canopy on it, perfect for a 220 location. Anchored off here to the left side, and we have it off the trail and keep that trail moving. But definitely a spot worth setting on. We might throw one dog proof down here in the lip of the culvert, but we're definitely gonna throw 220 on this. So another good spot. Not very often am I setting going to Beans, but like I said, that fence line there kind of helps add some features to it. Actually, we caught a bobcat here 3 years ago, maybe 4 now. You know, don't look like much, but you never know when you're gonna catch stuff like that. Here's another really cool spot, guys. We got timber with corn. It's going to Beans on the other side of the road, but I just noticed this little trail that goes right next to this corner post, coming right down through here. I've never seen this before, so that's definitely something we're gonna set on right down here in the bottom spot. The main location though is right down here coming out of this culvert. You can see the trail wrapping around, going right up underneath a little bit of canopy, right underneath that steel tube in the fence. Going to Beans, we also got that fence line feature here as well. Great spot. I catch a lot of skunks here every year too, and I plan to do the same this year, but got to keep moving, guys. A lot of stuff to cover yet today. All right, guys, as you can tell, this fence line is just full of trees. Just all the way down here to the next road even. The other side of the road is all corn with a draw running through it. These are the type of locations that you've really got to slow down and check every one of these trees. This trail doesn't look all that great right now, but when I do have corn over here, this is going to produce 4 to 6 coon every year. Just coming out from underneath this big evergreen, and it doesn't look like much, but you know, these are easy to drive past, guys. But there's probably another, I think 2 to 3 we'll have down here on this stretch yet that I'll find. But you really got to slow down. Not every trail is going to be, you know, kind of what I've talked about. If you stand at the end of the road and the first feature that catches your eye, well, this one's got 100 features that catch my eye. So you really have to slow down and find which one they're using. But yeah, that's a great trail, guys. It don't look like much, but some of your big bore coon are going to be running these more subtle trails. All right, guys, we're still on that same road that I was talking about. This is one of our better trails too. You know, we got an evergreen here. It's hard to distinguish it much from any of the others. You know, it's not even a significantly big one, but right here screams raccoon all day long. And we're far enough away, we'll be able to get a couple 220s in here as well. As far as the other side of the road, you know, it's looks pretty good too. You know, we got a little dip in the grass here, which tells me we got a trail wrapping right down and up the other side into the corn. And we ain't even made it down here to the bottom yet, where I got really good trails. So you always got to keep your eyes open on these spots, guys. You got a big heavy fence row on one side of the road with a bunch of corn on the other. There's going to be multiple trails, some better than others, but that's, you know, with experience you'll learn what to look for with that. All right, guys, we're still on the same road. You can't see the stop sign up there, but from that stop sign to where we're at right now, this is going to be stop number 6, and this is actually a new one for me. You know, like I said, you're always finding new stuff. I couldn't see anything on this side. You know, I was looking out the driver's window, and I was just cruising along, you know, get to my height right here, cruising along, and bam, right there. You know, I had to make sure it wasn't deer, but that's definitely raccoon. You can tell how the individual grass is pushed down and it's so narrow. Almost looks like kind of a snake path going through here. So I knew it was raccoons doing it. I want to check just to make sure there wasn't deer running it too. And I'll tell you what, there's no way deer's running this trail. Coming down through under the canopy, going up and through, right through the fence, into that thick fence line that we've talked about. Yeah, that's 6 locations here, guys. 13 traps, I think it was. No, 11. But I mean, you know, locations like these are the roads you want. You know, I got a road coming up here we'll be scouting before long. It goes like 1.5 miles of stuff like this. I call it my raccoon slaughter road because we'll hit probably 25-30 coon off it first day. So pretty awesome. Never think you know where all the trails are, guys. Once in a while something's gonna sneak up and surprise you. I've trapped this road since I started road lining, so been 15 years and I've never seen this trail, give or take a couple years, but pretty awesome. Always finding new stuff, guys. Man, what a raccoon trail, guys. It's right down and through. Doesn't get any better than that. Too bad there's a house close by, but it goes down there into the bottoms, up to beans, which goes up to corn over there. Still a good spot for a couple dog proofs down in the bottom, but it's tough walking by those trails. 220s are my favorite by far, but what do you do? Got to follow the laws, and I don't want to. I know they've got a dog up here about 120, 140 yards from the house, from the truck right now, so not worth the risk. But man, those trails are nice. All right, guys, here's another prime location. We got this giant tree here coming up from a small draw, coming off of a really big draw down below us. Right in the gut of this, you can see a faint trail. That's coming up over the road, but it's also going through the tube down there. We cross over to the other side of the road, and you can tell where it's going to the corn. Great spot. I'm a broken record, guys. These are what I'm looking for over and over. Some are more hidden, some are plain as day. It all depends how much you want to work for it and get down there and dig through these ditches and find them. But this one is one that stands out pretty easily. Several of them on this road do, but I'm gonna plan on putting 2 dog proofs over here since we're in the wide open, and throw a 220 on the other side in that little over, right here by the edge of the culvert, right down in there, where it really funnels them down tight. Wouldn't do many good to put a 220 out there. They'll just walk around it, but we got a combine with the head coming, so we gotta get out of here. I didn't get out in time to film them, but you can probably hear him. We had a combine come down here. He took up the whole road. Luckily there's a little farm entrance right up here that I dove into. You know, these guys are out here working their tails off, guys. Thought there'd be a trail here, but don't look like it. These guys are working their tails off out here. Be courteous. Yeah, he had the head on. Yeah, it's technically illegal, but he came out of this field. I know which field he's going to next. I know the guy. It's about a 300-yard jaunt down a gravel road, so inconvenient, yes, but you know, these guys are out here 18-20 hour days probably trying to get their crops out while they can. So just remember that, guys. They're out here trying to make money too, and it's just all part of the game. We got to share these roads, especially this time of year. Farm equipment's running everywhere right now. So all right, this trail is going to be awesome. You can see right there next to that tree, it's just beat down to dirt. Coming down here through this culvert, and we're crossing the road. This trail is unique. It always comes out this culvert down here, but the trail wraps up around to the side. I normally have a good couple spots for 220s over here. Looks like we might not this year. It might be kind of rough. We'll have to stick to dog proofs, but they're going down the top here too. Pretty good spot, but now we got a maintainer coming down the road, so we better skedaddle out of here, fellas. So this here is quickly becoming one of my favorite locations. You can see the trail really narrow down here, but you can see it really good coming up the hill on the far side. It's changed a lot since we were here last time. But if you followed me and Trapper Jay's collab, I've caught a bobcat here opening day 2 years in a row. You know, all this is we got 2 fence lines crossing the road with corn on both sides through here. This other side, we'll see what it looks like. Oh yeah, right here, wrapping down. We'll be able to get a pair of 220s in here. That makes me feel good about catching a cat again, because to be honest with you, I'm not so sure on this side that we're gonna be able to get 220s in. Probably have to put our dog proofs over here, but pair of dog proofs, pair of 220s, and we're ready to roll. And guess what, guys? This is number 300 on the dot, so maybe that's a good omen. But with corn going down both sides through here with poles and trees, we're gonna have a lot of locations on this road for another mile, so that's a good sign. This here is another one of my favorite trails. If I can get down here. I've taken a lot of raccoon off this trail, and it's hidden. Let's get the camera right for you guys. It's going up partially this brush pile. There used to be water down here, but there's not anymore. But man, look at that, going right down along the side, going into a big box culvert. This might actually be pretty good here. I gotta stay within the legal right of way, so you have to move back a little bit. But we might be able to get a couple 220s in here. We're gonna have to walk this trail and see what kind of cover we have. But oh yeah, I can get a couple 220s in there. It's gonna work out awesome. Probably 2 220s and the dog proof out here in the open. Might even just go with 3 220s. Yeah, I'm right on the area where I can. Yeah, that's gonna be good, guys. That's gonna be real good. It's hard to get down here with a bum leg though. Anyway, yeah, that spot looks good, guys. All it is, got timber on one side, and we got a big timber over here with corn, and that little brush pile right there where they're probably denning in holds a lot of coon. So we're gonna get out of here. As I'm always telling you guys to try it, go somewhere new. We came up to my last intersection where I always turn right, and I said, let's see what straight looks like. I got corn over here. I saw that field entrance. I thought, you know, maybe there's something coming across. There wasn't anything directly across from it. Had to move down a little bit. But right here, you guys can see this. That is coon heaven. So, nice couple spots for dog proofs. We got a car or a house up the hill here, so we can't do that. But good location, guys. I would say going straight worked out for me, fellas. This is awesome. We got a nice trail here. This will be our 7th or 8th stop. As you can tell, we got corn here on the right, just timber on the left, and this goes for a little ways. Even up here, you know, we still got corn on the left, a fence line coming out with a nice trail right here, perfect for a 220 on this side. The other side is even better for a 220. You can see the trail coming in here. Got a little grass up front where they mowed it, but man, right through there, it's gonna be an awesome location. Might even throw a couple 220s in here, but yeah, I think we will. Can't beat this, guys. I mean, looking forward to get up here checking this fence line too. I'm gonna mark it down as 220s, but we got to crest this hill too, because there easily could be a house over here. So you always got to watch that. Even on your old line, it's crazy where these houses will pop up. It happens more often than not, really. Oh, we're up here on that fence line. You know it's a good trail when you can see it in the mowed grass. Another perfect cave system, or I mean, with an overhead canopy going right up through here, right underneath that. Yeah, that's gonna be another 220 location underneath that tree. I'm gonna get one right here on the edge. Really good spot. We're pushing that limit at the house. We got one up here about 320 yards, but I'll go up there and kind of check it out. If I see a bunch of dogs just running everywhere, then we're not gonna do it anyway. We'll throw dog proofs in here, but I'm so glad I went straight, guys. This is working out awesome. Well, I don't know if I've ever seen a better raccoon trail than this. Wow, perfect, great spot for 220. The other side of the road was just as good, if not better. I mean, look at that. That's hard to beat, guys. That is hard to beat. Pair of 220s here, and we're up to 320. Man, what a location. Oh, well, this is the spot I normally will catch a mink, right up under here underneath those rocks. But we normally have about 2 foot of water in here too. You can tell how dry we are, but makes a very, very distinct path where these coon are running. Very easy to put some blind sets here in the water, what water we have. Crossing over the other side, you know, it doesn't hurt. We can throw a couple of dog proofs in here too. Kind of what we're going to be forced to do, guys, with no water. I mean, that whole creek system's bone dry, but it's getting late. We got to get the move on. I actually just had a farmer stop me. I was talking to the wife about the dog, and I was pulled over, and farmer passed me on a side-by-side once, and then I saw him turn around, and as he was approaching me, he took a picture of my license plate, which I get it, makes sense. You know, it looks like I'm up to no good sitting on the side of the road for 15 minutes on a gravel road, but end up talking to him. Turns out he actually owns all this ground around here. Worked out really well up this creek there. He said he's got a bunch of beaver in the field, so, or in the ditch. So we'll be going after them here once we're done with the road line. He's got a lot of ground. He said, I'll print you out all kinds of maps and get you directions. And I'm like, this is gonna be awesome. You might be see Iowa Trapper on some private ground yet this year. And we've now reached my raccoon slaughter road. It's one of the best roads I've ever trapped on. All because of the intersection down here. I went straight once, but you can just see this trail. The landmark pretty much is just where the timber kind of outcrops this direction. Really, really good trail coming up over the road. The other side, even better. It's gonna be kind of hard to force them through 220 down here, but you can see it all the way up into the grass going to the corn. This is like 1.2 miles of timber on one side and corn on the other. Don't get much better than that by any means. Well, we've gone 0.3 miles, and this is stop number 6 on that, what I call the raccoon slaughter road. If you notice right here, we just got this little bushy tree. Nothing else really down here for about 100 yards or so till there's another tree, which we'll stop there too. But I mean, just look at this. Just look at that. And all this is, guys, just on the other side of the road, it's beans coming from a draw down there. You know, kind of a big, longer, thick draw. They're coming across. You know, this is the farm entrance into the bean field here, and I mean, you could even set right in here where they're going through the beans. But obviously not going to do that. But you know, every little low spot, every high spot, every feature that stands out, just like this little shrub tree. You know, we can't get 220 in here realistically. I mean, we probably could, but we're far enough away from where those guys hunt. I could, but we'll have to throw some dog proofs in here, which is fine. Good pair of them. There's enough room, and probably have a couple doubles on here pretty easily. So great location, guys. We're gonna keep heading down this road. Just between here and that next hilltop, we're gonna stop 4 more times. So pretty good little spot. We got corn with 2 very distinct trails going to it, all coming from one telephone pole. Just a little thicket of trees, but we got corn on this side as well. So pretty wild, guys. But these landmarks, man, that's where it's at. The other side, it's in the open. I'll probably throw a dog proof in there, but our trail winds down right down through here. Got through 220 in here and a 220 down there farther. Gonna be a good location, guys. We've still got about another half mile of this road, and this is stop, what is it, 16 I think we're on now, something like that. When I get back to the truck, I'll take a look where we started. But great location, guys. Awesome spot. Well, we didn't make it very far from the top of that hill with those shrub trees. And we got a culvert here, which they are running like crazy. I mean, just look at that. We could probably throw 2 220s in here pretty easily, fence them down. The other side of the road, I mean, you could pretty much do the same thing here, but we'll throw a couple of dog proofs out on this side. But a good another 4 trap spot. You know, we've got 2 more stops since the top of that hill, and then swing down this way. Right here at this gate opening, we're gonna be setting another one. So matter of fact, let's just walk down there real quick.
just to prove that these things are this close together, guys. I'd almost guarantee there's something coming off of this fence line right over here, coming on across. There is almost every year that we got corn over here. Yep, I can see it from here. It goes right down along the right side of that corner post, right up into the corn. You can see it winding down through the field entrance, right on across the road somewhere. Coming through a bunch of junk out here. Right here. Right there it is. Not much of a 220 location, but that's all right. That's gonna be another three trap location, I think. It's just that simple, guys. I'm lucky enough to live in an area where the coon are this plentiful. But man, it's gonna be a good year. All right, guys, we got another really nice trail here, all the way down into the dirt. We just got off that raccoon road. We ended up, it was a lot longer than I thought, actually. It's 2.4 miles, and I set 24 locations, so averaged 1/10 of a mile per stop, which is right at about 150 yards. So one stop every 150 yards, that's pretty good. But this is a good spot, really good location for 220s, but as I said, you know, always pay attention from year to year. That house was not up there last year, so things change. It's hard to beat the countryside in Iowa in the fall. Pretty cool sight. I don't know who that farmer is, but these guys are out here busting their rear end to make some money, guys, just like we all do. That's probably one of my last stops for the day. This bridge is actually really bad for me. Makes me nervous just even being here. This is where my buddy broke his ankle that was trapping with me one year, and I fractured my tailbone trapping. So as you can tell, there's no water at all. Bunch of mink tracks down there though, holy cow. Just nice massive trail going down this, so we'll just probably have to line this with some dog proofs. About the best case scenario we could do, at least to my knowledge of it, but we're gonna set it. I can't say no forever. Oh, it looks like we got a nice little side trail going up the farm entrance over here, but it's always produced fur, but like I said, it's kind of been bad, with a lot of pain involved in it. Looks like we got a dead something down here anyway, but the good news is, just got off the phone with the vet here a little bit ago and just informed the wife that the dog's doing as good as the vet expected. She's perked up and can actually stand up now and walk on her own, so that makes me feel good. Hopefully, she said we'll know more tomorrow when we get the blood work back from Iowa City, but hopefully she makes amends, you know, or hopefully she gets healed up and all mended up and can come home, be that pain in the ass short hair that we all love. But anyway, guys, this will make 365 locations. I am probably about 2/3 of the way through, so hitting 500 I do not think is going to be a problem. I mean, we've got, what was it, 80 locations just from my buddy that gave me some coordinates for some of his stuff since he left the state, and I've still got 3 big sections of probably 15-mile round trip areas myself, so it's gonna be a hell of a line, guys. Gonna be a hell of a line. We'll see you next time, guys.